Hey everybody, my name's Cody and I'm here today to talk about the best cars to have for a large family. Please subscribe to my channel, 5 Kids, 4 Wheels, and today we're going to talk about why we went from this Ford Expedition Max to this, a Mercedes Sprinter 1500. So we started off with the Ford Expedition thinking that it would be large and roomy enough for all of our kids. We have 5 kids, they're all still in car seats. 7, 6, 4, 1.5, and we just had a 2-month-old. And it's great because the seats tilt and it's got plenty of room. But it turned out that it was more congested than we thought. The kids were climbing over each other. Kids were getting catapulted in the seat in front of them. And we just need something that could fit everybody really easily. Slide the door open, put the dog in it, put the grandparents in and go. So we talked about getting a Ford Transit, but Ford told me it'd take until December this year till we could at least order it and get it. And it's really hard to find a decently loaded Transit unless you want one that looks like you're driving kids to summer camp. No offense to anybody who has a Ford Transit, it just really wasn't for us. So let's talk about the Mercedes a little bit. So this one came with quite a few packages. They come very a la carte from the factory, the dealership, so they have to include packages if you want exterior LED headlights and tail lights, if you wanted to get painted black steel wheels, if you wanted to get the chrome grille. This one is upgraded gray metallic paint, power folding mirrors, has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's not the diesel V6. That one was about $10,000 more because it included a 4-wheel drive system. So we'll just walk around it here. You can see at the top it has its own air conditioning system for the rear, as well as heat system, so it cools down a lot faster than if it was a part of the main air conditioning. It's got a 360-degree camera system. Up top you can see the cameras for the rear, and that also has wide angle, straight down, and this is the normal field of view. This one actually has a door system that opens up all the way alongside the back of the van. Instead of just opening up partially, you can put it all the way back. In comparison, the Expedition had about 36 cubic feet of cargo space with the third row up. This has 112 cubic feet of cargo space, so quite a bit more. So with having 5 kids, we have 2 strollers in the car at any time, a double stroller and then a stroller for the baby in her car seat. And this fits, as you can see, just fine. We still have a ton of room over on this side for groceries, and we can stack this thing up to the ceiling if we had to. So I'll go around and we'll show you on the inside. So this one does not have power sliding door. You have 2 options for Mercedes. You can get an electrical assist closing door, or you can get a full power sliding door. The problem is there isn't a safety feature built in to stop the door. If one of your little one's hands or feet get in, it's really easy to open the door. It just slides back. There's a stop that locks it in place. Now the one thing I will say that is a little bit difficult is egress in and out of the vehicle. You can see I'm 5'10" and the step-in's at knee height for me. You can get a little step stool, or there's plenty of aftermarket running board options that you can have bolted into the bottom to include a power step if you want it to automatically deploy. For now, we're just going to get a stool if the kids need it, and that'll be good enough. So right now we have 5 car seats in the car, kind of spaced out so the kids don't kill each other. This particular vehicle has the rear comfort seat package, and once you start doing some research, you'll see that it is an option. And what that is each one of these seats has the ability to recline. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough for a little bit of comfort on a long road trip. The outboard seats also come with adjustable armrests. As you can see here, you can lock in the armrest, put the seat back up. This van also has the leatherette interior option versus traditional cloth seating. Along with the rear comfort package, each row has a USB port, and it's got these little nifty cup holders that come out for each seat. So this is a 12-seat van, so you can get an extended wheelbase, 15 seats. This is a 144-inch wheelbase version. Traditional roof height, doesn't have the high roof. And it's just about big enough to stand up inside. Again, it's probably about 5'8" 5'9" to stand up. So there's 4 rows in total. You have your 2, obviously driver and passenger. Then you've got 3rd row, 3 seats, 2nd row, 3 seats, 3rd row, and 4 seats in the 4th row. The 4th row is removable if you want to remove it to get extra cargo space. I wouldn't recommend doing it on the go, but if you have a long trip planned out, you know you don't need a full 12-seater, you can pull those seats out and pretty much double your cargo space. One of the drawbacks for this van is it just came with a vinyl liner for the floor. It didn't come with carpet or floor mat, so it can sound a little echoey. The dog slides around a little bit, but you can put down some floor mats if you want. WeatherTech does make a cargo tray style liner for the driver and passenger, which we'll probably get in the future. And then it's really nice if you want to take all the seats out, you can, and there's tie down hooks here throughout the vehicle if you want to tie down cargo. So up at the top there you can see the rear air conditioner and heater. So it's got tons of vents. Each row's got 3 vents, and the back row has 4. You can swivel them, close them, turn them, whatever you want to do. Works pretty good. Plenty of cargo passenger lighting inside this whole vehicle. You can turn on and off from the front overhead. And moving up to the front row here. Another thing that brought us towards the Mercedes is the kind of the luxury appointments of it versus some of the competitors. Mercedes does have the nicest interior, I will say. This package also includes driver comfort package and convenience package, which gives you full power seats for both driver and passenger, memory seats for up to 3 different drivers and passengers. Yes, the passenger can also have memory seat option, which is pretty nice. Nice soft touch material for the armrests. Again, leather seats, has extendable thigh support, lumbar support, and then the rest of the seat is controlled from the door there. Another thing we have here is a ton of storage, so it may be kind of hard to see, but up top here you have overhead storage. Now you can get this in the Ford Transit, but you have to get the high roof model, and you have to add this in for $75. This does come standard with this standard roof height that this Sprinter has. So both sides has adequate amount of storage for paperwork, vehicle manuals, etc. You do have some storage up here, past the airbag, a couple cup holders for bottles of water. You got a nice bin here. Now there is no closable glove compartment like a traditional car has, so that might be a drawback for some folks. Your stuff's kind of exposed. We also have plenty of cup holders up front. Control all the front and rear air conditioning from this system here. This one has the premium package, so it has the 7-inch high definition screen, as well as another set of cup holders in front of the driver. We can move to that side if you want. Look. So on about a 3-hour road trip on the highway, we average 16 to 17 miles per gallon. Again, this thing is new, so the miles per gallon will probably increase as the engine breaks in. This here. Then you have full LED tail lights, which is nice. 31-inch wheels. The dealer did option to put Michelin highways on here, and these are E-rated tires for van or trucks, so it will give you a little bit more road noise. Here on the driver's side, easy access to the fuse panel if you want to get to the interior fuses. Time to fill up at the gas station. This thing does run on 87 octane, which is nice if you're trying to save some money. And the fuel port is right next to the driver, so that makes it easy to, when you're pulling up to the pump, trying to guess where it is, you don't have to worry about that. So this also has an electronic parking brake. That's something that was added again from the factory. And then we have fully automatic headlights, automatic high beams, and then automatic wipers were added, so the wipers will change speed with the amount of rain coming down. We also have fully heated seats, power retractable mirrors, and then overall a really commanding view of the road. So that's one thing that my wife is still trying to get used to, is the sheer size of this, which could be a drawback and could be a positive. So this thing is about 96 inches tall. For those of you who want some reference to that, standard Suburban or Tahoe or pickup truck's about 76 inches tall. So this is about 20 inches taller than a full-size truck or SUV. So it does have some men's height, and that does not include the antenna or the the air conditioner on top. So you really have to be conscious of any drive-thrus you go through, or parking garages. On the flip side, you get a really good commanding view of the road, which is really nice. You feel like you can run over any other car if that's something that's important to you. And the interior space, as you saw before, is just massive. The kids are happy with it. The air conditioning works really, really good. There's really a lot of great features to this van. We're really happy we went to it. In another video, I'll talk more about the Expedition and the good and the bad with that. But overall, we're gonna make this work. We're really happy with it, and we're excited to do our first road trip. So thank you. Please subscribe to this channel. If you want to see more videos of my wife and I driving this vehicle, what it's like with the kids loaded in it, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.